He wants to be a fighter pilot, but he doesn't think he can do it because he's never met a black fighter pilot before in his life. To see that there was a junior in high school that thought that he couldn't do something because he wasn't exposed to someone that looked like him do it, I felt that there was something that I needed to do to kind of combat that. We're hosting an event called Eyes Above the Horizon. It's a one-day event sponsored by Legacy Flight Academy, which is a nonprofit organization that's geared towards introducing at-risk youth and underrepresented demographic within the aviation community to the world of aviation, and kind of giving them the opportunity to get a hands-on experience with actually flying a plane and seeing it from that perspective.
Basically what this is geared towards is kids from about 10 to 19. We introduce them to STEM programs, mainly through aviation. We want to open that exposure to those kids that don't usually really have that exposure. STEM is a very important group of career fields because these are the people who will mold the world in the future. And we need to have the ability for kids to know that those careers are possibilities and to have diversity within those career fields, to not just have one thought process within those career fields because you're molding society, essentially, right? Have some diversity in there so these kids can have a say in what they're growing up in, what they're living in, and what their kids are going to live in.
Some kids just don't realize that it's the opportunity for them. They don't grow up knowing somebody that does it or even experiencing it. Like a lot of the kids that participate in our program have never even been on a plane, let alone flown a plane. So it's just offering a different perspective, showing them that there's things out there that they can do that they may or may not even knew existed, and just showing them that it's a possibility, it's an opportunity if they want to pursue it.
Some kids we've seen just they have a different perspective on life, and that's amazing. That's just like, man, I'm not scared of going on an airplane anymore because I actually flew one before. We've seen some success where kids actually go into the military, where they enlist to the military because they just saw how strong the role models we are and how morally grounded that we are and how we live our lives and how we think, and they were like, I want to be a part of that. The best part about it is seeing those kids' eyes when they come off of that airplane, seeing the shift in thought process. They're like, all right, this is cool, this is a possibility. That was probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. That's a story they're gonna probably tell their grandchildren, and we are a part of that. That's cool, that's really cool.
If 50 kids show up, 50 kids are going to get our attention. And if one of those kids has a life-altering moment, then it doesn't matter how many kids showed up. We were able to at least reach out and touch one kid.